Hello boys and girls, how you doing? Let's have another pick a card when it's dropping already. How do they feel right now? Interesting, isn't it? Right, okay, so 2 pounds, we know the story. Let's have a look. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we develop. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number one. How do they feel? The Empress, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Right. So they definitely see you as someone spectacular. The Empress doesn't have to be obviously a female, okay, but it's a female energy and is someone who's very together, very nurturing on one hand, very loving, very grounded as well, but also very strong. Maybe too strong, I don't know. How they feel at the moment with the Three of Pentacles, that it's extremely frustrated. They'll be probably frustrated about themselves. Well, at the end of the day, Nine of Wands, they definitely made it very difficult for themselves. They've been battling, they had to be very resilient. Maybe they've been battling against themselves, maybe against the emotion about you. And yeah, of course, I'm going to make them frustrated. Or they also think you maybe too much hard work. No, maybe, but you are the Empress. I'm going to be sheep. Okay, sheep have nothing to do here. Moving on. Okay, so yes, so that period of time is going to be completion. So that's it. That cycle comes to an end. It needs to go to the next one. What's going to be the next one? Well, they're nostalgic. Yeah, maybe they just, they thought you were too much hard work. They decide to let it go. They say, well, it's too challenging for me, but then at the same time, they can't forget you. Of course they can't, because you have the Ten of Cups, happy ever after, and they know they have to step up. And maybe they're simply frustrated about themselves because they don't do enough, and maybe they really have to accept the idea that they can find someone like you. Maybe they used to be very, resilient all their life. Everything can, be after a lot of effort, and with you, it's just so perfect. They find it maybe hard to believe, and they're frustrating themselves because they're limiting themselves. But at the same time, they can see you are everything they could wish for. So they have to obviously step up to the Emperor, because they know you obviously each other match. The Emperor, the Empress, what do you want? So maybe they're fighting it within. I had the feeling it's more like this. Maybe they also thought that it's a bit challenging, but that pushed them to step up, to become the best version of themselves, being the emperor. Why not? Why not? When you can have the full, upgrade, why do you go halfway? Come on. So frustration it is, maybe because they find it hard work. Indeed, but at the same time, that push them to the next level, and as well, happiness will be at the next level. Boom, bada boom, right? Answer to everything. Pile number two. Okay, so how does it feel right now? Temperance, the Hierophant, Ace of Cups. Interesting. So maybe for a very long time they were kind of in between. They were balancing their emotion, okay, and maybe going very, very gently towards you, one step at a time, testing the water, like, oh, I don't know, ooh, I'm scared. Fine, okay, at the end of the day, this is all very protected, so that's all good. They also had to learn about maybe themselves, about relationships. Maybe they talk to a very good friend and share, okay, what do you think? What would you do if you were me? Blah, blah, blah. And they realize, well, hold on a minute, there's love here. Love, and love at first sight, maybe, or at the very least, very overwhelmed by love. So they definitely have a lot of feeling towards you, and they cannot afford to go like piano. Maybe that worked with other relationship. That's okay, but this is not your usual relationship, right? Because you're nothing but extraordinary, dear. Right, okay, so yes, they were maybe for a while in the man cave, woman cave, whatever. Everybody has their own cave. Yes, maybe they needed to do that, or maybe they were by themselves for a very long time because they needed to be there for a while. Fine. But now, come on, they learned their lesson, they're ready to go out there in the big world and go for it. Maybe they don't want to take too much too soon. That's okay. Maybe they have to indeed go piano piano, right? One step at a time. Go from one extreme to the other. You go from the hermit to the five of swords. I mean, hello. Maybe you need to balance a bit. So yes, maybe they thought they didn't deserve someone like you. Maybe they were shooting themselves in the foot, thinking, no, she's too amazing, or he's too amazing. I'm not good enough for them. They have to learn. But now, yes, they absolutely moving forward, and maybe they've let go of a bunch of people, let go maybe of a previous relationship. Maybe they let go of a mindset, and now they're ready. Yeah, they're letting go. Definitely, they're dropping a heavy weight of maybe worry, responsibility, maybe caring for a lot of people. They drop the idea of not being good enough, and they're stepping up to, yes, I deserve. Yes, there was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of, maybe there was a third party, and they needed to let it go, obviously, because they had love at first sight for you. Yeah, they're coming towards you. They really want to make things move forward. They're not quite sure how. They're definitely rushing towards you. And yes, this has been a battle, I guess, between you two. They were for a long time in between two. But yes, they're taking a leap of faith. They're choosing you. And they maybe thought that they just didn't deserve someone like you altogether. And they were in a marriage or in a relationship that was not satisfying. It was causing them to a lot of pain, and they were giving, not receiving much. And meeting you has been a massive transformation for their life, a bit much to start with. So they needed some time to get used to the idea, but they realized, hold on a minute, that person loved me for me and doesn't ask me anything back, or very little. It's just like so spectacular. Here you go. So I think they like you a lot. Okay, on this note, have a beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Ciao.